It's time for the Chadcast, everything Chad and Cast, with your host, Chad McKean, Big D, and on the ones and twos, Ashton Martin. Thank you for tuning in. Sit back and relax and enjoy the ride.
All right. Thank you for joining the Chadcast, as always. And we want to say we hope everybody's having a great day today. And I'm here with Big D.
What's up?
And our special guest today, Stevie G. Rufa Martin.
Hola.
And how's everybody doing? How you doing,
Good.
Dave? Yeah?
Good.
Yeah, you have a good weekend?
I don't even remember what the hell I did this week.
That means it was probably good.
Yeah, I had the kids. Yeah, good weekend.
Right
No,
on.
I didn't have the kids, and we went to the grand opening of that tequila bar.
Yes, the tequila bar in Huntington Beach, the bodega.
Sunday. Is that what it's called? The
Yeah.
bodega? I don't know what it's called, but it was immaculate inside.
It's beautiful,
Even
huh?
though they were still working on it, it was immaculate. It was a very nice place.
It's beautiful, yeah. And it's a work in progress. There was like a soft opening.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's beautiful. The tacos, man, I'm bummed you get to try them. The steak tacos, probably the best steak tacos I think I've, like street taco
we
type
missed
thing.
those.
But they'll have them again. And it's our friends, so it's pretty good stuff. You like tequila, Stevie?
Yeah. I've had tequila doesn't like me.
Yeah, I have that same problem.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have that problem.
Yeah. You know, and it depends actually on which tequila we're talking.
Yeah, good tequila.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be good.
Gotta be good, yeah.
Because other than that, you know, bad.
I think we all know.
Bad tequila equals bad memories, choices, decisions.
Bad choices, bro. That's it right there.
Good God.
Yeah, right on. So, yeah, let's get into the news. David, you had some stuff you wanted to talk about. I saw this when I was looking at it. We both
you see it?
We perused. We tried to stay informed.
A little bit.
Yeah, and so I saw this. I immediately, was like, this is some bullshit. I mean, I just passed right by it because
So
I thought this is stupid.
I'm a baseball fan,
Yeah.
and I saw this came up probably on my baseball news stuff.
They could cue up the...
But it says, so it was on my Apple News, in MLB baseball, and it says, fan who flashed white supremacist hand gesture banned from Wrigley Field. Now, number one, I'm a season ticket holder, so I'd get pissed to fuck off,
Yeah.
right, if I got banned at a Dodger Stadium. Two, is that a white...
Oh, wait a minute. That's that game. That's that game where, look,
Right.
got you
Like,
looking, then I
oh,
hit
got
you.
you. Right.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
Or that's Pyru. Isn't that the Pyru, bro? That's Pyru. Homie's a straight Pyru.
Okay.
So my question was to ask, like, is that a...
Well, first of all, we're not...
Is that a white supremacist?
You're asking the wrong guy. I don't know the hand gestures, bro.
Is that a white supremacist hand? I didn't know this. And when we were in Puerto Rico, we would run around like meep meep and like flash out the window.
Yeah, everybody does that game.
Got me.
Yeah. Everybody does that game.
And I had Mexicans doing it with me and black guys doing it with my whole team out there. It's like, how the fuck is that racist?
When I saw the first picture, I didn't see that hand. I didn't see that at all. That almost looks like it's kind of superimposed or something, dude, because it looks almost like cartoonish.
I think it was just the movement.
Look at his thumb. It's way too round. His finger and his thumb are too circular.
Fine.
Right? If
But
I do that, look, there's edges on my... See that? That guy's... It's too
fine.
circular.
But how is that a white supremacist
I don't know.
thing?
I'll ask my son when I get home. He did a lot of jail time. I know he was with that shit.
My question about that is, how did they, did they talk to the guy and establish intent?
And it's all about intent.
Because really, I know I'm not honestly that familiar with that.
The hand signals.
I haven't flashed it.
Yeah.
Never
Nor would
been
you.
motivated to flash.
Have you ever been flashed that symbol and took offense to it?
No, I mean, but if I were flashed that particular symbol,
It'd be as a game.
on me not knowing what it, maybe I'm from where I'm from. Yeah, if anything, it would have been closer to
Peru.
like what he says,
Yeah, or the
Pyro.
game. Dude, first of all, first thing
know.
I think is that game. That's the first thing.
Right.
We're normal people.
And aren't you supposed to, when you do it and you get caught, they get to punch you?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
actually
Or
the
if you
game.
put your finger through it, they get to punch you twice.
Something crazy.
Yeah,
That's
like that's-
stupid.
yeah, it's-
How is that racist? What
Dude,
is
I
the
don't
world
know.
coming
They're
to?
fishing. They're fishing. Oh, that's crazy, man. All right, well, on to the next thing. I always get into this. I'm not for anybody having their land stolen. I'm not down for what happened to any of the indigenous people throughout history where their land was stolen. I'm not against Jewish people at all. I love everybody, but I'm not okay with taking people's land in the middle of the night. Right. And it started a war that's been going on for a long time. They say whatever, which is interesting. If you look at it historically, Islam's only been around for several hundred years.
Several hundred? Islam?
Yeah.
What?
That's been around forever.
It's been around for longer than that.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm looking at that.
What do you mean by the land of Islam?
No, the Islam, not the land of Islam.
No. Well, Islam, yeah, they've
Islam.
been around for
Islamic.
a long time. Yeah.
Well, okay, so like 1,000 years.
No, I would say much
few.
longer than there. Yeah, I would
Thousands.
say thousands.
Hey,
yes.
Robert, can somebody look that up real quick? Because I want to come back to that. Like, how long has Islam been
it's
around?
definitely one of the Abrahamic religions, and I would.
But it was after Judaism.
Yeah, but I would say before Christianity.
Of course, before Christianity. Okay, yeah, so over 2,000.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
because-
Anyways, but it's newer than Judaism, which means Judaism predates Islam,
Sure.
and it's the same people from the same area, right?
Yeah.
So
I would
kind
say
of,
basically.
kind of killing your brothers or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm
Yeah.
getting at.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Well, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So for my thing is like, there are some people who are more civilized on one side than the other side, probably because of resources, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like throwing rocks and then rockets go back. And the thing that really bothered me is that there was a shelling of a school that killed 15 children. And a friend of mine posted this and said, "Hey man, this is the problem. This is the problem over there. They're killing your brothers, really."
Right.
And it's like kids in a school, the kids were killed, and somebody posted on there and said, "Well, that's 15 less terrorists."
Oh my God.
And that's what really bothered me, man. It's like, fuck, man. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this anymore. It's like that's my problem. Is the constant conflict. If you killed my kid, if I came home and you bombed the school and killed my kid, you better believe the rest of my life.
absolutely.
The rest of my life, I'm gonna
Right.
spend killing. I'm looking for you.
Yeah, it's
And it
definitely.
perpetuates it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's if you're looking to solve an issue. The only outcome you could possibly be looking for by using that method to solve your problem is eradicating people. Period. You're not trying to come to any kind of common ground.
Yeah.
And just. You pointed out there's somebody who said, well, there's 15 less terrorists. I'm thinking whoever the cat is or cats who called that shot, who is it that the morning after this happened said to themselves, yeah, good job. And their energy was cool after that.
A lot of people.
Yeah,
A lot of people. But the world stands disgraced. I'm glad somebody stood up and said something. I don't think anybody should be fighting each other. That's just barbaric, dude. That's never solved anything. It's never solved anything. All it does is it changes the power.
No, absolutely.
And so that's horrible. Anyways, that is what it is. Another story that I read today. This is interesting because I'm not for either side. I think they're all in the same. It's us against them, and they have us divided, so we can never come together against them. But I always thought that because I read some articles back in the day about Trump having to borrow lots of money from the Saudi family, and because he kept getting in debt, kept losing money, he's borrowed a lot of money. And his tax, the guy that was his ghostwriter for a long time, finally came out and said, "Hey, just so you guys all know, this guy, the way he worded his whole story was like he's an idiot." They all say that. It's crazy. Like you can't make it that far and be an idiot, bro. Approximately 600 years after finding Christianity. All right, according to Google, thank you guys. According to Google, Islam came about around. So Christianity's what, 2000?
Yeah.
I guess Christianity had been after Jesus was born. About 2,000 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So
600
what
years
year-
ago. So
what year-
1,400 years ago, right?
What year is it really then?
So the year 600 probably? Or what year is it really right now?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we
that's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying, bro.
We don't even know if it's flat earth, round earth. By the way, I got a cute little choker Dave got me.
Hell yeah.
You gonna get me beat up. I'm not a flat earther, bro. But
I
no,
should pay you to wear that for a month.
yeah, you had to pay me a lot, but I will. Shit, show me the money. Show me the money. I'll wear that shit. I'll wear that shirt you brought too. I got a shirt. I'm gonna wash it first because it was just printed or whatever, so it has that chemical smell and stuff. I don't want to be soaking that shit in.
And who knows what country it came from.
Anyway, so yeah, so for me, the Trump tax thing, the ghostwriter said, "Hey, the guy is doesn't have the money you think he does," and that for me is what I always thought. That's why he didn't put his tax returns up. Is because he was going to be shown that he's barely just hanging by a string, borrowing to pay this bill and that bill. And people are like, no, he's got so much money. But I would think if I had so much money, I know he doesn't want them to see his tax deductions. I'm sure he's a genius at that shit too. Which, by the way,
you have to
who
be.
doesn't try to fucking
But it's
save?
legal. But it's
I
legal.
know. Who doesn't try to save as much as you can, bro? And that's the name of the game, right? I wish I had some shit to deduct. I don't even make enough to deduct some shit.
Yeah. Well, perception is such a big part. Perception is such a big part of Trump's game, though.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
and part for him to project that he's rich.
Right. He has to.
Yeah, absolutely. If you think about it, I mean, one of the biggest ways he made his bones is just putting his name on buildings.
Yeah,
and so
And
there's
golf
an
courses,
association, and golf courses. So there's an association, Trump,
Power.
wealth.
Yeah.
That's a marketing thing.
It's smart,
you
right?
know,
And it
and
works.
yeah, and it absolutely, and it translates to to the political realm as well. So the people who are really into Trump, it's at his great detriment. I would think that if he's perceived, this cat doesn't have as much money, because a lot of people voted on him because he was this great negotiator. Although I've never, in personal conversation, had anybody really articulate what he negotiated or anything like that. It's about perception.
He's well spoken.
and-
Stevie, you're smart, bro.
And Trump is actually, if you really check him out, he's really fighting a war of perception. And most of what he's doing it's in the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
Because he's got to sway people to move him. He's not a cat where it's like he's vision.
But bro, he's got to be tough. Anybody else that would take a pounding like that would have put a gun in their head already or something, dude.
Trump?
Yeah.
A pound. Yeah,
Dude, no, they
taking
come
a lot
after
from
that.
the
He's
media.
taking a lot. Obama did too.
Yeah.
But I think that Obama didn't have the scrutiny behind him that Trump does. Trump got the racist scrutiny. That's just a hard thing. That you look at his history and he's done a lot of stuff for black people. I can't say whether he's racist or not. I don't know.
I think he's opportunist.
He's an opportunist. That's
for
businessman. That's a smart businessman, though.
Sure, but I think that I think what we're seeing with Trump is just kind of par for the course because with Obama, I mean, you had the whole birther thing.
Yeah.
So he took his. It's not like he didn't.
Have
take
you ever
shots.
have you ever looked into that?
Not a
I've
whole
seen some.
bunch.
I've seen some documents, and God, I wish I could find it again because I talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a person that said, "Follow this," and you'll see that there was a thing where they actually said, and it's gone back and they've erased it. But the original article actually kind of coincides with the whole thing that he wasn't born here. Which, dude, look, it's a history now. It doesn't
Right.
matter,
Yeah.
right?
There's a whole documentary about it. I thought maybe it's on YouTube, but there was the lady that signed off, one of the nurses that
Yes,
signed off on the birth certificate.
and she
And
somehow
she
they
was gonna
found
get
the.
flown in to have a meeting
Yes.
in California. She was in Hawaii. The plane crashed,
Yeah, of course it did.
and she survived, yet had a heart attack in the water.
Wow.
The only one that died.
Yeah. Nice.
Wow. The only one. Well, she was good tasting. The shark liked her.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh my gosh, But see, that's the whole thing. They keep us all fighting each other about whether this is true or not, and we're not bothering paying attention to what they're all doing to us in the back door.
Well, absolutely, because what was actually the net effect of what happened with the whole birther thing? I mean, what did we really get out of it? It was really just distraction, and again, it was just really about controlling perception, and I think that that's where we are. It's really as much about controlling perception as anything else, because you got a minority of people, meaning governments, that are ruling over
The
a
majority.
majority of people. When, like you said a little bit earlier off camera, otherwise we'd storm the castle.
Yeah, and that's what they did. They figured they realized a while back that we will storm the castle if shit don't go our way. So then
Absolutely.
they put up a big fence called government in front of the castle.
absolutely,
They're still
man.
running shit. Yeah, I agree. It's rough. Anyways, that's crazy shit. Anybody got a good joke?
A bear and the rabbit were in the woods. No, that's a stolen joke, and everybody.
That's
knows
fine.
that.
No, you can't, nobody said you're a comedian.
No,
tell it.
not-
Let's go.
Not at all. Okay, you want me to retell this?
Yeah, tell this
Okay.
joke. You know this joke?
No, no,
because
no.
All right,
somebody
cool.
out there
Hasn't heard it.
Hasn't heard this joke. All right, a bear and a rabbit were in the woods,
Okay.
and the bear said to the rabbit, "Mr. Rabbit, do you have a problem with shit sticking to your fur?" And the rabbit said, "Why, no, Mr. Bear, I don't." So the bear picked up the rabbit and he wiped his ass.
I've heard this.
It's always a go-to for me, man.
That's always
All
a
right,
go-to. That's a good one. That's a good one. So, something I want to talk to you about today on the way when we were chatting it up before you came in is I want to talk about dreams. I had a most amazing dream the other night, and I kind of know what preempted it, whatever. But, we all had those dreams where you feel like you can't get away. You try to throw or something, you can't. You're trying to save.
Trying to punch somebody.
Yeah, oh,
I've had that one.
Oh my god, I hate
And you're
that
just
one.
like, what the
And you're hitting like a girl, and they're like,
Yeah.
what? And you're like, and you're just like,
I can't even get that far in my dream. It's just like,
Dude, exactly. I hate that. And you wake up feeling so dejected and like I'm such a fucking loser, right?
right. Then you start doing push-ups, and you're like, I can do it. I know I can do it.
So my dream the other day, bro, I've had this before a few times, but never this fucking like, I don't know if maybe I'm gonna die soon or something. Maybe I'm getting to good dreams now or something. I don't know. dude, I could fly at will any way I wanted. I was like, I would jump up and fly like Superman anywhere I wanted in my dream. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. And I was very aware of what was happening. Because when I woke up, I'm like, dude, that was awesome. Crazy.
Yeah, but did you actually try that shit when you woke up?
I used to try when I was a kid. I've always thought in my life, dude, I'm going to be able to fly one day. If you ever see me, like when I started working out, I haven't been to the gym in like a month and a half, but I'm going to get back. When I work out, my muscle develop really quick. And there's 2 spots you'll see on the back of my back, 2 dimples, where a girl said one day, she's like, hey, that's where they took your wings, huh? And I was like, that's funny. And then I actually saw a picture one day, and it's like, it looks like a spot where 2 wings would be. Not everybody has that. And so I always thought, well, maybe I can fly. It'd be awesome. Maybe I can fly. So a joke I have running is like, when I get my wings back, shit's fucking on, bro. I'm telling you right now. Anyways, so maybe in my head, I think I could fly. That might be where it came from. Whatever. What kind of great dreams have you had? Or bad dreams?
No,
You said
I
you
told
had
you
a
I
bad
had a fucked up dream.
What happened?
Oh, dude, it's bad. So I was, for some reason, I'm in my RV, driving my motorhome, and I decided to like get stuck on this hill. So it was like teeter-tottering, right?
Oh, you like that in a cartoon.
Right. So I had to order a crane. I ordered a crane. This is where it gets fucked up, man. I don't want to get bad vibes, but it's also a vulnerable moment. So for some reason, we had to pick up the RV with a crane, and we had to go like 1,000 feet in the air just to move it for some fucking reason. I don't know why.
Right.
And this is where it gets fucked up. So I'm up in the air. I'm like, okay, it's time to go. And I don't know how the hell I was supposed to get down. But I told one of my kids, let's go. And I'm standing on the step, and they like stepped and slipped. That's where it got fucked up. And then it turned into like slow motion, and it was like helpless. Like, okay, I can jump and catch, like I'm trying to figure out how to solve this problem.
Yeah, that's you can't solve.
And I just went shit, and I closed my eyes, and I woke up. And I was like,
Feeling like you were right there at that same spot. Yeah.
I was there, and there was nothing I could do, and it's like, okay, all my kids, okay, we're good.
Oh, wow.
You know, I was like,
That's a horrible way to
fuck
wake
that,
up, dude.
Oh, I was mad.
Dude, I've had dreams where like I cut my son's hair when he was very young, like one of his first haircuts, and he screamed bloody murder. That night, I had a dream that I was stabbing my son with fucking barber shears.
No, this took a 180. This whole show.
And
took a 180.
no, but I'm just saying, I
this
woke
got
up and I was
dark.
like, dude, I was in a really bad spot. Like, oh my God, how could I even dream that? How could you even dream that? Then we found out about my childhood and shit. And I was like,
Yeah, then it made sense.
Then it made sense. What happened? Good dream, bad dream? What do you got,
Man,
Stevie?
after that, I got to tell the good one because I got
right,
some
good.
Yeah,
bad ones.
please.
I got to lighten it up a little bit,
Yeah.
man. No, there was one particular dream that I remember from being 5, actually, that I always, well, no, actually, I was actually closer to like 9. But anyways, I had a dream one night when I was living in L.A. at my grandmother's house. And, I was always the kind of more of a shy, fat kid. And there were always the cooler kids that could do shit. That
You
I
were
couldn't
fat?
do. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was fat, man. Yeah, oh, yeah.
I've known you
Oh,
for
yeah.
like 20 years,
Dude,
bro.
I have not always been this sexy. This is like a recent
Sexual
level
chocolate.
of acquired sexiness.
But you've always been the cool motherfucker since I know you, bro. You're cool as fuck.
Well, cool is relative. But I had this dream, man, where I'm on my dirt bike, and I see myself in the dream popping a wheelie.
Yeah.
But the thing about that dream is, the next day after I had that dream, I went out and did it. But prior to that, I could never do it.
You trying to get me to jump off a building, bro?
Yeah. Well, yeah. See, it kind of correlates,
Yeah.
man. I could do the wheelie the day
You
after
can
my
fly.
dream, so
Go
I'm
try it,
I'm
Chad.
that's
Jump
why-
off a cliff.
Yeah, there was a moral in that for you, man. Yeah, but I think that always impressed upon me, at a young age, the power of actual belief in what it can. And what can, because I was a kid, so it was all innocent at that time, and it was just like being able to flow into something. I hadn't practiced.
It gave you the confidence.
Yeah,
to
it gave
make
me
the
the
move.
confidence, because
Like
I
you've already
actually
done it
saw
before.
And
Visualize.
now it was in a totally relaxed state. I was dreaming. I hadn't. I was like 9. That was before I even smoked my first joint. So none of that was had nothing to do with any of that.
You don't smoke though now, do you?
Maybe.
Oh, really?
Not this morning.
I would have offered. You didn't used to smoke when we used to play in the
Oh,
band.
yeah.
Really?
Well, you know what? Actually,
I don't think you did.
You know what? I think no, I don't think I did either.
Yeah, 'cause
no,
I-
I think you're right. You're absolutely right. That's funny, but no, when we were in the band, I was that one cat. You're right.
Because I've
That's
used you as an
hilarious.
example many times. People
Oh,
are like,
that's
well, you see a
hilarious.
black dude with dreadlocks, he's smoking weed. And I'm like,
that's
actually, that's not
hilarious.
true. And he's a musician,
Yeah,
too.
that's
This guy's
hilarious.
an amazing musician.
That's hilarious.
Ridiculous. He actually recorded some stuff here a little over a year ago.
Oh, at the studio?
Yeah, I sure did. I got hired to do 3 sessions here. So it was a trip, reconnecting with you and seeing Reamp Studios, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. That's a synchronicity, bro.
Yeah. When we're gonna take a little break here. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the days we had in the band. We had some fucking shit to go down, bro, and just kind of like how we used to get down and like that. So we're gonna take a little break. We'll be right back with G Rufa and Big D. It's the Chadcast.
Hey, this is Taylor Taterson. If you want to be a sponsor on the Chadcast or any of the other amazing podcast shows we got, you go ahead and contact Reamp Studio. We'll get you in there. It'd be a great way for you to reach some different people and make some more money with your business. Yeah, God bless. Y'all have a great day now. Take care.
All right. We're back here with Big D and Stevie G Rufa Martin, and we used to play a lot of music together. That's how we met. We met through this cat named Rollo, and Rollo is an amazing. He did the first logo for Funk Rage and Soul, the band we played with.
Rollo's genius.
And that's it right there.
Yeah.
And he had this crazy art display thing in a warehouse. He made this really badass thing. And we had had all these really cool designs, and I went to him. I go, hey, bro, can you make something like that where you can see the name Funk Rage and Soul in there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, Rollo is an amazing person, and it's crazy because we were going to try and have him here today, and he ended up getting he lost his eye because he was going to do some painting at someone's house. The guy wasn't home, so he went to go look in the windows to kind of estimate what he was going to do. And this guy's not a weirdo, so this is a legit story. Like this guy, talk about a weird, unfortunate circumstance. He's looking in the guy's window, and somebody called the guy and goes, hey, bro, this guy's peeping in your windows. So the guy comes over to Rollo's house to confront him, and I guess Rollo doesn't live in the best neighborhood, and he has a bat by his door. Yeah. The guy took the bat and practically almost killed him. Yeah. And he ended up losing the eye. And I saw a picture of my friend Rollo the other day, and I'm like, dude, I go, bro, what happened to your eye? And he told me the story. I literally cried. He was like, "This guy's a nice guy. Oh, he's not a violent man.
No, he's a beautiful guy.
He's all about peace." And the guy he lost his eye. Like he doesn't have an eye.
What the fuck?
And then he forgave the guy.
Yeah.
He didn't press charges or anything. Went and forgave him. He's like, "Dude, you know what? I'm a Christian." And he goes, I
Yeah, he's about walking the walk for real.
Yeah.
But the thing about that though, people would look at Rollo and just disqualify him
immediately
as a Christian.
Before that, even because he has tattoos on his face like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And so people look at him and judge, and he's always been that guy. He's always been ahead of the curve with
Oh man, I always consider Rollo a genius level artist. Probably to his detriment because he's not gonna. He's not going to just adhere to like a 9 to 5 or
So that's what happens.
Business structure. Period.
That's what happens with people that have a high EQ, right? Mm-hmm. That's the creative genius part. Mm-hmm. A lot of times they're missing some certain components of the standardization of IQ, which people think is like your logic and whatnot, and organization, stuff like that. And so the heavy creative genius types a lot of times don't have that structure.
Right. Yeah.
And that's him. They live to a beat of their own drum.
Rollo's always been that cat. I remember us, back in the days, working at a country club together, and we would carpool there, and Rollo couldn't be on time for shit. This cat, he was definitely on his own.
Yeah, beat.
On his 364 3/4 day calendar. I don't know. Rollo's Rollo.
Exceptional human being. Rollo, I love you, Alexander. Yeah. I'm gonna have you on this show sometime, but just a shout out to Rollo, man. Good dude. Really good dude. But back in the day with the band, I remember before we get into some of the big shows, I remember we used to get paid to do shows, like 3-hour shows, and we would only have about an hour of material. You remember this?
Oh yeah.
We would have an hour or so, and
turn into Grateful Dead.
Bro, I would be like, Rufa, play something fucking. He was just boom. Dude, this guy go fuck some shit up. So he would just start playing, shit up for 2 hours, dude. And they'd say, you guys got to come back next week. We kill it.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually forgot that, but we actually used to do that. Yeah,
made all kinds of shit up on stage, right?
Yeah, but that's Oh yeah.
It was crazy. You see this dude's just killing it with the bass, And here's this skinny white dude up there with tattoos. Show some pictures if you got some pictures. I have pictures of different eras with different. I used to go. This chick
wow.
right there. She used to be able to sing. This is at New York Brian's. That's a place on Pine Avenue. We actually paid for a lot of equipment through that place.
Why are you wearing a Sixers?
I
right there,
like
man?
Allen.
What's
I
up?
like
What-
Iverson back in the day.
Okay, that's Iverson.
And I
That's
got
okay.
I got sandals on right there
You
too.
look like
I
the
can forgive
singer
that.
from Alice in Chains.
Yeah, he does kind of look like Scott Whalen there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fun. That's
Somebody
funny.
else said that to me,
That's
too.
funny.
In
That
that
is.
picture, anyway.
Show us another picture. What else you got on there? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Anything. Show us anything. Oh, that's Greg Chin. Yeah, look at that. All right, cool. So that's us rocking on stage. I don't know where the hell that is. Probably one of the bigger stages. We used to play a Fishbone a couple times. Bunch of stuff.
Played with Fishbone?
Yeah, we opened for Fishbone. Yeah,
Wow.
dude, we used to kill it, bro. Oh, you don't even know. Wait till we get to the big shows. That's a picture when we headlined the Roxy one night. That's after Rufa. Long
Yeah,
after Rufa.
Yeah.
But
Where'd Rufa go?
Where did Rufa go?
so we had a deal with an independent record label that they had somebody, they put it up, they paid for everything. And dude, I was out of control. I was a knucklehead living a rock star lifestyle, but not a rock star yet. You know? And I was an idiot, dude. And these guys, I should have had a job. Listen to the road to a record deal people. Get a job. Do not sit around and wait for anything to come to you. This is where I messed up. I should have had a job at that time. Because not only is it just money coming in, instead of making the label give me money all the time, which they did. They come down. They paid my rent in my house.
yeah.
They paid for a big ass. Remember that? Would you ever go to the warehouse?
yeah, I was there at the warehouse.
Yeah, the warehouse, dude. That is huge warehouse. They paid for it. It was a party central. We built a bar in there.
yeah.
It was crazy.
They were paying to get my guitars fixed and my basses
Yeah.
and strings and all that. Yeah, so it was the hookup.
They were footing the bill. I should have been using that money they were putting towards our stuff, towards the music industry, instead of paying my rent, paying for us to go hang out at the bar every day, buying weed all the time. Just stupid, just waste. I mean, it's the music biz. And though we have some good music, the business was not handled. And so that's just something that's a tip. If you're out there trying to do something, get a job, work a job. It doesn't mean that you're giving up on your dream. It means you're funding your dream.
Yeah, absolutely. I would concur. But you know what? That was also in that period of time, at least when I was with the band, was just before there was an internet.
Yeah. If we'd had internet, game over.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, not
too.
just that, also, bro. I'll tell you what. When I got upset with the label, is that we got a distribution deal from our RCA one day, and Ash.
remember that, yeah.
And Ash left a message on my voice recorder because we were a big deal in Long Beach, bro. We were a big deal. Everybody loved us, right? And so.
And what was the band name again?
Funk, Rage, and Soul.
How come you don't do a reunion?
I'm down. We should. That's a great idea.
not?
Why not? That's a great idea. We should.
Are you still in contact with everybody?
Pretty much everybody, yeah.
Everybody's still around?
Everybody's still around. I wouldn't mind having AJ come out and jam.
Oh man, and that would be awesome.
That'd be epic.
Oh man, that would be awesome.
And have Rollo come out and do some stuff.
yeah, that would be.
We
really
need to
cool.
do that.
Yeah,
A
that would
Booty
be
Mob,
cool.
Funk, Rage, and Soul reunion.
Oh, good God, you're asking
Funk.
for trouble.
I know,
Yeah,
we'd
that's
have a good
trouble,
time.
man.
Good
That's
time.
Barely legal.
Oh, but there are some people that have some beef. I think I heard some stories about shit.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We would do the Funk, Rage, and Soul.
Higher security.
yeah, a Funk, Rage, and Soul reunion tour. But yeah, so that was the shit back in the day. That was cool. We used to do that.
yeah, absolutely.
We had some shows with the so RCA called, left a message. Ashton left a message. He was our manager. His brother owned a record label, Gypsy Blues Records. And Ashton said, "Hey, dude, the next time somebody asks who you're signed with, you tell them RCA, motherfucker, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." We went out and told everybody, "Dude, we got a distribution deal with RCA. We're in." Da, 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 da. And that didn't go through because in the deal, the offer,
Don't talk about it?
Gypsy Blues Records, okay, was only going to be a A&R rep at best, and they wanted to be a subsidiary under RCA. And RCA said, "Dude, you got like 2 acts." They had us and some other guy, and they only really wanted us. And we lost out on that deal because the independent label we were signed to didn't want to take it because they didn't get what they wanted.
Yeah, that sucks.
And that's when I was like, "Fuck these guys! You're paying for everything." And so that's when I'm like, "You're paying my rent. You're paying this." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's how it was when I showed up.
Yeah, it was-
That's what was going on.
And
I
I was
do a
pissed.
reunion. I want to see this. I want to
Yeah,
see
that's
a
good.
3-hour fucking tour.
Oh, dude, we can do it. We can make.
wanna
I'll make
see
shit
it.
up right now, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. That's why I
you
like.
can
going-
do it at that place.
Yeah, it's a lounge in Laguna. Yeah, all the time.
The
You
one
mean
we
at
just went to.
Bro, perfect. We're gonna do it. We got a venue. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna hit up
Still
Dave.
play,
I'm
right?
with it. Oh yeah.
What were you, singer?
He's
You were the
a
singer?
You get paid to play music.
Yeah.
You're a professional musician.
Yeah, I am a professional musician. Yes, sir.
That's gotta feel good to say.
When was the last time you played in front of people?
The last time it's actually been. I haven't actually done a gig. It's been about probably 6-7 months, but I've been concentrating on writing, recording. Woodshed is where I am right now.
So you got an album coming out?
Yeah, I have something coming out with my band, The Funky Neighbors.
Funky Neighbors.
Yeah,
All right. Is there a website for that right now?
That is at www.funkyneighbors.com. However, what we're doing, what we're doing right now, we're right before we are releasing it. So we are kind of restructuring on the marketing end.
Okay, got it.
And mastering it, getting ready to drop it.
All right,
you
cool.
know, and this is basically jazz, hip hop, with some DC go-go and funk, man.
That's what happens with you guys, man. Like you guys, that's how like that weird fusion jazz came to be. Guys jam together. They're so good. They keep stretching the boundaries of musical limitations, and they end up coming up with some like Afro jazz fusion funk. It's like, it's like, dude, you're like, whoa.
Are all the band members out here in California?
Oh yeah, Day is in the band.
Get out of here,
Yeah,
Dave.
yeah,
Dude,
Dave.
Dave. What if he did something on that show, Amen? He was the keyboard player, or the choir director for that show.
Oh yeah, he did. I think he did like a walk-on or something like that. But actually, Day and our drummer Smoke, they were part of Stone Mecca, who was the touring band for the RZA.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
From the
from Wu-Tang.
yeah, Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what was that? Mark the drum.
Marky, yeah.
That kid's
Marky
wicked.
Sneak, yeah.
We got to get him to come play.
Oh, that
When
would
does
be
your
awesome.
album drop? When do you think it's going to drop?
We're looking at summer. We're looking at late summer, actually.
What
So
I
we're
would
talking
do
about, like,
is
August.
headline his band, but you guys open up
Brilliant,
prior.
bro.
Dude, oh, that would be
Dude.
awesome.
Do
That'd
a,
be
do a
brilliant.
CD,
we're
release party.
Yeah, we're a 3-piece.
Yes.
And man, I'm like itching to drop this stuff.
Let's
man.
do it.
We're just really itching to drop
End
it.
of summer. Well, we might want to do something before end of summer, but just
Or
to warm
middle
up.
of summer.
Yeah, that's
But
beautiful. Great idea,
CD
David.
release party.
That'd be awesome.
Man, that would be too much fun.
We'll have to chop it up after. So back to when we were playing in the band. The good thing about the record label is they were all deep in USC. These guys, they went to fraternities and stuff. The record label and the management, and so they had us play. They had us play a Berkeley show. We went up to Berkeley, dude. One of the best shows because weed wasn't really. I mean, 1996 is when Prop 215 went through. This is probably shortly after that. Actually, yeah, probably shortly after that. And gosh, we got to make sure we bring up Chili before.
Oh man!
Before we go, because I got to tell you that story. That was crazy.
We must.
Yeah, we got to remember that man. I love that guy. But
man.
a sad story, but a great man. But they had us play up at Berkeley, and I remember because those guys had so much fucking weed.
Oh, that was.
We played a fraternity house at Berkeley,
insane.
like the coolest fraternity house. And dude, we go up there and they're like, we got this band, Folk Rage the Soul, and blah, blah, blah. And, oh my God, dude. Insane parties. The best one, I think, was we played during Rush Week. We played like probably the biggest fraternity at USC.
Oh, good God.
Bro, thousands of people.
Man,
and who else played with? Who we played with?
That was with Young MC, who's an alumni.
Young MC.
He's
You know, just bust a move. You know that guy?
Yeah, and Funk Dubious.
Funk Dubious. The Mexicans were there. And it was funny, dude, because when we used to play, we fucked shit up, dude. And the guys would come out after stage and goes, I don't even know what to do. I never played it with a band before because what I did is I took rap and I said I'm going to do it with a band because I sang and I did. Dude, we did every kind of genre you could imagine.
Vanilla Ice.
Huh?
Vanilla Ice? Is that what?
Vanilla Ice?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, actually it was fucking, it became what everybody did now. And so
Oh, yeah, like Limp Bizkit or kind of 311 or.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say it predated that
Yeah.
stuff. a little
Yeah,
bit.
it did. And also we did so many different genres. That was actually what was the limiting factor because people didn't know what to do with us back then. Now everybody's trying to do as many different genres as they can. But we would go from basically like country to funk to rap to punk rock. I mean, dude, and it was like people just sit there like, whoa, what the fuck? This white boy's crazy.
I remember covering a Temptations song.
Yes.
We covered Higher Ground.
That's higher ground, bro.
I'm sorry, Shaky,
Shaky Ground. Yeah, Shaky Ground, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which was a funky Temptations song.
That's the shit, yeah.
written by
My car got repoed this morning.
that was written by Eddie Hazel, actually, of Funkadelic. Yeah.
That's some shit right there, bro.
Yeah.
We had some great memories, though.
Oh man.
Some good times.
Chili, bring up Chili.
Oh.
Chili Crawford. So when we signed our deal, the guy that was our original bassist actually brought the record label around. But the guy just couldn't get his parts at all. And I was brutal. Like I could play a lot of instruments. I play them pretty well. So, a lot of times people See, there's a lot of music stores around. There's a reason for it. And you come across people, you have like audition people, and they would not be good, bro. You'd sit there and just be like, and I wouldn't waste time. I'd be like, hey, bro, I don't know who told you can play music, but you can't. Bye. And I would, dude, I was an asshole, bro. And it's like, it's just like, whatever. Or I get on the drums and start showing them, this is how the beat goes, bro, and start playing the drum. Yeah, you can't be like that. And I was just an asshole. Anyway, so the guy we had recording the album wasn't able to keep time. So I'm like, dude, I need a new bass player. Rollo was very involved because he was like our artist guy. Rollo goes, hey, bro, I know this dude. If we could get him, we're set. So this guy named Carl Chili Crawford came in. Cool dude, light-skinned dude with dreads, smoked weed, cool as fucking. Oh, Chili was real.
So cool.
And he came in and laid down all the tracks almost first try, dude. And I'm talking like fuck, boom, 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 boom. And I tried to play this for years, and I finally got it down with this dude, and he just made it up as he was going along. Some reggae stuff, some funk stuff, and it's like we're just all sitting there going, "Wow, this dude's fucking sick." We're about to have our very first big show. Album's done, everything's ready to go. We're about to have our big show. We have like 2 more rehearsals before this huge show, and we get a call. Chili was in a car accident. Oh man, yeah. And this guy was a professional musician. Which means when I say professional musician, I mean they make a living playing instruments. He was a session cat, like Stevie does a lot of session work. You go in, you get paid to lay stuff down. And he was sitting at a red light, and a guy that had just was evading a hit and run, was drunk, and he was getting away from the hit and run, and he actually came and he hit Chili while he was sitting in a red light. And Chili got out of the car, seemed like everything was okay, and I guess he died from internal hemorrhaging. Yeah. And it was crushing. Not just because like our star player. That guy was our star player, Yeah. We had a good guitar player. Stephen was a good guitar player, too. Great awesome. Guitar player. He actually went on to work with Sharon Osbourne. And he's the guitar tech for Queens of the Stone Age and stuff. It was Bill Weir's guitar tech for a while. I had a good band, bro. Yeah. Fucking dummy. And so, live and learn, right? So, you don't ever get too big for your britches. That's what I got to say. That shit will come back and get you. But he passed away, and I think that really had an effect on me because I thought, here we go, and then boom, it was just he was an amazing human being, dude. I went to his his service, and there were some big people in the music industry. Yeah. I believe that his death was actually in the Rolling Stone magazine.
Was.
Yeah, I think it might have been on the very bottom of the cover even.
Yeah,
that said we lost Charles Kelly. Like, dude, that big. Like, the dude's on the...
Yeah, I thought I had that when I actually went looking for that. Yeah, I might have it somewhere.
It was, though.
It was awesome. He had just had a daughter maybe a month prior to that. And, and the beautiful thing is she's a grown young woman now. Her name is Kaya Crawford.
Kaya, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta check her out.
Oh,
man.
cool.
Bring her to the reunion.
Her voice.
Dude, you got all the ideas today. It's the drops.
You gotta check her out. Her voice. Her voice is amazing.
I'm sure.
She's got her dad's talent, man. She's bad, and she's a writer too.
And her mom is absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah, Kat.
Is she still? How's she doing?
Kat, I haven't actually seen Kat.
This is gonna be a good reason to get everybody. That's awesome. Yeah. Good job.
She's, but I can tell you, she's still crazy.
Oh, we're all crazy. I'm crazy.
Yeah,
we're all crazy. Yeah. We all a little bit, just a little bit crazy. Yeah. So, what is it I'll say on that board right there? I got Stefan. Okay, so we talked about Stefan a little bit. Funny story with Stefan and Chris Troy. So I had Stefan is like guitar taught music institute guy, and structurally stupid, bro. The guy could break down music theory like nobody else. Yeah. That's how he ended up working with Sharon Osbourne and those guys. But it was a little bit of a rich kid prick. And my buddy Chris Troy came to play in the band a little bit, right? And I remember, dude, Chris did not like Stefan. This is a great band. We were on stage. And we're sitting there and we're playing at the Orange County fucking fair, dude, right? The fairgrounds, right? And fucking Chris hated Stefan. They're sitting next to each other like this, and Chris is chewing fucking sunflower seeds. And he keeps chewing. He kept spitting the seeds on Stefan during the fucking show, dude. I mean, absolutely crazy.
Sounds like rock and roll.
Sounds like rock and roll. Chris Troy, love you, brother. He's out there. He's still doing music, I'm sure. That's the cool thing is like everybody's still doing music. I just recently started doing music again.
Really?
Yeah. And let me tell you, if you're out there and you used to do music, you used to paint, you used to do whatever, get back into it, man, because man, it's
do what you love.
It's
do
your
what
soul.
You love.
Oh, absolutely.
Do what you love. Yeah. Or it'll be a void in your soul, man. You'll really feel it, especially when you get back into it. Like I'm in the gym in like 6 weeks at least. It was supposed to be one of my things I was supposed to do.
Yep, it's supposed to be.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
That's why I didn't say gym. Because I know I ain't gonna go.
you said you were gonna watch me go.
I was gonna watch you do yoga.
Yeah.
I was gonna watch you do yoga. That's what I was gonna do.
Fucking A, man. Shit. All right. So I'm slacking over here. Stevie, we got a thing called Change for the Week.
Okay.
And it's basically, which, if we all change one thing about ourselves, once a month even. We try to do once a week. We have a show once a week. Yeah. You change one thing about yourself once a week, you got 52 new things about yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, even if you just go out of your way to, like, open the door for everybody for 1 week, just like, this is my focus. I'm going to write an affirmation, open the door for everybody, or whatever, right? That's huge, man. That changes the world.
Oh, absolutely.
If we all did, like little things like that, it would change the world.
Oh, if we all did it, it would be an exponentially beautiful effect.
That would be awesome, man. That oil's really working, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting all linguistical.
Oh, yeah. And I got that 4-syllable word out
That's right.
fairly smoothly.
Incomprehensible. What was the one I had? I had a word the other day. It was a 7-syllable fucking word, bro.
Oh,
I'm like,
damn.
God damn. Megalomaniacal.
Oh yeah.
Wow. You got that in the course of normal conversation?
I remember that day. You dropped it like 10 times in one day. You were proud.
I'm proud.
Damn.
Proud. That's a big.
I mean, I've been waiting to use it, but just haven't found
Well,
the conversation to do it in.
Donald Trump.
Wow.
Hello. I don't know. He's a
Yeah.
little megalomaniacal.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good
listen.
point.
You got to believe in yourself to make it in this world, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
And if believing in yourself gets you, Donald Trump's a perfect example. That belief will get you what you need. You can have nothing else.
I mean,
and $1 million from your dad.
Yeah, exactly. Being born with that'll help you believe a little bit more. Yeah.
That's actually a true statement because I was raised around a little bit of money. I've had some money. You wake up in the morning. You got a housekeeper, right? And you wake up in the morning, because I noticed that today I had to fill my own little diffuser thing. I'm like, should I use the sweet orange or should I use peppermint today? And I thought, God, it must be nice when you wake up in the morning. Because I remember these days, you wake up in the morning, you be like, oh, fuck yeah, she put the fucking sweet orange in today. Or you spill the coffee. And it's like, bro, life was easy then.
Yeah, right.
I didn't have to shit, but when you got to get up and get to work at 6 and then this and your kid to baseball, life is very different. It's not right.
Right.
And so if there is a land of good and plenty beyond the fucking wall of the flat earth or whatever the fuck's going on over there, all right? We need to start breaking bread.
Yeah.
This shit ain't right, man. They spent all that money to save that church in Notre Dame. Billions of dollars, right?
Right.
Can't God fix it? Clearly God didn't want it there or it wouldn't have been burned down. The money that's come into that, you know what kind of changes we can make in this world? You're never going to make the same Notre Dame. Notre Dame's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
You can try to rebuild it, but it's not going to be the same.
No, it won't.
So take that
But
money.
it'll happen.
But it's going to happen because it's more important that they have a place to molest kids and people have food to eat. Whoops, did I say that?
And we lost another sponsor.
Yeah.
The Catholic Church is pulling out.
Somebody.
But they're not pulling out of the kids. That's for goddamn sure.
Oh God.
I still got all my sponsors.
Yeah? Are you sponsored by the Catholic Church?
No.
Who sponsors you?
They only sponsor the Pope. That's all the only person they sponsor.
You got some good sponsors?
Yeah, I'm sponsored by the same church that sponsors Festivus.
What's Festivus?
You know, Festivus for the rest of us.
I don't know that.
No,
No.
not a Seinfeld fan.
No, bro.
Me
he's brought
either,
that
but
up.
I know about Festivus. Come on,
I don't
bro.
know about Festivus.
No, Festivus was like this. It was an alternative holiday, man, for the rest of us. It was Festivus.
Oh, got
for the
it.
rest of us.
Okay, so you're from like the church of, so you're being facetious.
Yo, absolutely.
'Cause there are-
I have no church sponsorships at all.
You don't put, what is your belief, bro? Just real quick, I mean, you don't have to tell us if you don't want, but are you a Christian?
I
Are
would
you
be
undecided?
I would be considered. I consider myself a Christian.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We could have that deeper discussion if you want to. But
We can another time.
Yeah, because with that,
And,
that
when
would
you
go deep.
and when you come, I want you to bring some documentation to show me, like historically, where Jesus is mentioned, other than the Bible.
Okay, we can rock with
Because I'm going to do it based on that movie Zeitgeist. Have you seen Zeitgeist? Okay. According to Zeitgeist, which pretty accurate movie, there was no mention of Jesus except for like 3 times where they didn't really mention Jesus. They just talked about the Christ. Or
Yeah, the
Christus.
Christ, yeah.
Yeah, and it does say Jesus of Nazareth. And also that there was a guy named Josephus that they actually proved that he was lying. And so there's really no historical documentation of Jesus other than in the Bible,
Right.
which is interesting, especially when you look at like the movie Zeitgeist. You seen it?
I haven't seen Zeitgeist. I haven't.
You gotta
watched
watch it,
yet.
'cause they break
It'll
that-
blow your mind.
I know.
It's gonna blow your
I
mind.
know of it. I've seen parts of it, but I haven't gone through the whole movie yet.
I like the idea of Christianity and the fact that like the concepts, which are basically Buddhist, to be honest. You know,
No, but it's the same as all the other ones.
It is.
Well, there's
All the other
there's
ones.
a lot of correlation between all
That were
of them,
before-
you
that
know?
No, but it
predated
all goes back to astronomy.
Yeah.
All of it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of astronomy.
sunrise,
yeah, the three kings,
Yeah, absolutely.
Orion's belt.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're gonna do is like I'd love to have you come back. You down to come back?
I'm all the way down, man.
Sweet.
I mean, since you opened that door, that's a whole other discussion.
But
like
maybe
you
you'll
said.
turn me, bro. I mean, listen.
I'm not trying to turn anybody.
You probably won't.
Man.
I used to be
I'm not trying to.
I used to be a hardcore Christian. I used to be all about it. I used to confront people, hey, bro, Jesus loves you, blah, blah, blah. I really believe that. And then it's like I worked for a guy named David Tausig. I've talked about this guy a few times. And this guy was probably the smartest person I've ever known. And he said to me, he goes, you really believe that, bro? He goes, you seem so smart to me. You know, it's some statements like that from a few people that have really triggered me. That man right there really got me to open my mind. I'm like, dude, you know what? Look at this shit that happened to me. How the fuck does that shit happen to a kid? How do you judge a kid that was so horribly done wrong based on how they act because of what you allowed to happen, and you're going to judge them on that?
Yeah.
That's a setup from the gate, dude.
Oh, absolutely. I would agree with that, man.
Yeah. But anyway, so the other one was Michael Freedy, both Jewish men, by the way, good Jewish mentors of mine. And Michael Freedy said, with cigarettes, when I used to smoke cigarettes, he goes, God, you're so fucking awesome as a human being. He goes, I can't believe you're such a sucker for that. I can't believe you smoke cigarettes. And it insulted me. And I said, the fuck if that guy's going to fuck. And I stopped, so I haven't smoked since.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, once you start looking at things, once you open your mind to look at things from a different perspective, you'd be surprised what you might find.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because we're lied to every day.
Yeah.
So keep the people that love you close and love them back. This is Chad Cass. We got nothing but love for you, baby. We got nothing but love for you, baby. You got anything to say, Big D?
No, love everybody. Stop fighting. Get the bullshit over with.
Yeah, stop fighting, man. The wars.
Yeah, man.
Apparently, we're not able to evolve as a species, according to, like, if you believe in, like, alien stuff and whatever. There's an intergalactic federation that won't allow us to evolve until we get past the warmongering.
Yeah.
Until we get past the
Wow,
hate.
that's a whole nother show now.
Whole nother show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whole nother. We got
And
two
I
new
didn't-
shows
and I didn't
coming.
even
man.
smoke.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we love all you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks to Reamp Records. Thanks to Duddy B and his amazing podcast, Feeling Good with Duddy B. Thanks to Jimbo and Jackie and their amazing show, Jimbo and Jackie, Third Time's a Charm. Don't forget about our Road to a Record Deal contest. Much love and peace out.
Later.
Yo, this is Benny Blanco from the Bronx. If you want to get in on the sponsorship, Magnum Mania that's going down with Reamp.
That's
Podcast
always fun.
Studio Land. Go to reampstudios.com and find out more information. It's a great way to reach some new business.
It's not about that,
and,
man.
you be a part of something that's really cool. So check it out. Have a good time. See you, baby.